if you have a case that's far away, like Northern Ireland, it means that you might have to consider what that kind of meaning, right? And I think that they were involved pre in the 60s, maybe 70s, and they're on the false ID, right? But then they kind of take somebody, and it works like this. You have the traffic of human for extortion. You have sex extortion, work extortion, but you also have something that just make you a cover, an ID, meaning that, for example, I met two missing FBI Jersey boys, and their ID is probably the value of what they are. So basically, when they are cold cases, the ID then is if you travel to US on a cold case ID, if you're a wanted person, for example. So I think there's a lack of information on the case, right? So whether Deirdre was a fill-in on Anna Beaumont is possible, and Arden Atkinson on someone else. And you got missing all around here. It's a trade, right? So basically, it's not that there are one person. And another thing I found out is that if you have a missing person that you can actually trade, then you have a perfect trade item. You can't see its item. You don't deliver somebody money, you deliver a child for abuse, meaning they get into some powerful circles, right? All the powerful judges, police people, politicians, religious people, if you can trade something into their circulation, then they'll leave you alone. But meaning they're under pressure anyway. So it's complicated. It's just not what you think it's somebody fooling somebody else. And another thing, when you have a missing person, a very young person, also older people, you fuck up their heads, institutionalized or in some kind of home environment, meaning you beat them up, you drug them, and you tell them the names are different, right? So it's not that simple that somebody, oh, you have a ID, and then it's your own fault. And that's typical you Danes, right? Typical you Danes is always, the victims to blame, right? That's because you are so criminal minded. Another thing about it, that this neglect from police, I truly think that police in Esbjerg has been replaced with something you could call bikers or whatever. You don't have police here. So if you want to discuss something, I'm a veteran, right? I'm a veteran. I'm not a fucking fool.